April has been a very busy month, especially near the end, so before I look ahead I want to share what has been. I'm constantly upgrading and changing the game room, but the best thing is seeing it in action, of course. I had a nice gaming afternoon with Mr. Snakes and Shane, and that was long overdue. Probably started with the Neo Geo Mini because Mr. Snakes had not seen most of these games before. I gotta say, I'm glad I left the HD monitor there, and I may have another arcade console coming up soon. This is really becoming the arcade spot of the room. Mr. Snakes brought his old Game Boy so Shane and myself can try and fix and refurbish it. I made sure he had something to play with in the meantime, so I lent my GBA SP. I absolutely love to see how something like the Game Boy is still held in such a high regard. The best thing of the afternoon was Street Fighter. It usually is. We played Street Fighter 4 this time on the PS3. We had some cool matchups and I loved explaining all about the fight stick. Before you knew, Mr. Snakes was kicking ass and taking names. Jessie, my dog, usually really likes the company and the competitive spirit as well. Super Mario Bros. 3 always makes an appearance and today was no different. But after a while we started discussing our plans for King's Day, which is kind of a thing here in the Netherlands. I have a short impression of the first proper King's Day in 2 years coming up. People walk around in orange, sell stuff on flea markets, buy crap from each other, drink beer, eat snacks and just be all around loud. It can also be a nice day for game hunting, though it does help to temper your expectations. I had a few pickups, but the best one I actually bought from Shane. Shane had set up as a game seller on King's Day. To secure the spot that he did, he made sure he was there at 4 AM in the morning. Around midday I took his spot over for a very short while so he at least could go to the bathroom or have a look around or something. He told me later that he sold for a lot of money, so it was probably worth it. I got a great deal on Ridge Racer Type 4, by far my best King's Day pickup. Thanks so much, Shane. Ridge Racer Type 4 is my favorite racing game from back in the day. It was released relatively late in the PlayStation's life and is therefore regarded as the best looking racer on the system. I'm sure most of us remember that girl as well. For a while it seemed that she had taken the place of Lara Croft. All kidding aside, it was absolutely stellar marketing because I never forgot the opening of the game, which made me want to buy it. When you start a race, the camera is in first person mode instead of third. I remember thinking back then, well, first person is how it's meant to be. I actually really like the first person POV. In third person the game is quite still and even a bit boring, but in first person the game feels dynamic and turning corners feels amazing. Aside from the marketing and the great graphics, Ridge Racer Type 4 was well known for its amazing soundtrack, to which you've been listening this entire video. It's full of funky, danceable 90s lounge breakbeat and soul. You just don't hear stuff like this anymore. Stylistically, Ridge Racer Type 4 is one of those perfect games in my opinion. Everything about it is just right. Just as right now as it was back then. Perhaps even more. I hope you liked the impression of King's Day and the rest of the video. I also wanted to tease a future video where I'm going to showcase a game by a Dutch developer and take the opportunity to show more fun and weird typical stuff of my country. For now, thank you all for watching and stay shiny guys.